Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about Git submodule. What is submodule? When to use submodule? So let me get into the demo. Suppose I have a one repository. Currently this is my parent repository. So I have some dependency on other repository. Okay. So consider this is the client one and this is the server one. Let me name it as a front end. The repo one is like a front end repo and repo 2 as a backend repo. If I need to add these changes to the my front end repository, so we will call it as a submodule. So inside repo, if you add another repo, we will call it as a submodule. So suppose if some dependency added in the front end, so those files it should be added like directly to the front end project. Okay, instead of few files added from this repository to the front end repository, so we will directly clone this complete repository into the uh, repo 1. So consider this is the repo 1, repo 2. So if repo 1 have some dependency on repo 2, that time we will add this repo 2 to in the repo 1. Let me get into the demo. Sorry. So currently, if you check, I have two repositories. One is front end repository. So another one is backend repository. Okay. So let me clone the front end repository repos front end. I have some code. Okay. Let me clone this one first into my local. It is not copied. Okay. So let me copy this one. So currently, let me go to into front end. Currently these files I have. So currently I don't have any submodule. I don't have any dependencies like dot submodules anything. If you see now, it is ls-la. So I don't have any submodule. So let me add submodule to the another project. So what I need to do, I need to add the backend repository as a my submodule. I am cloning this repo into repo 1. The command is git submodule add, and URL you just need to add. If you need any specific branch, you can add that branch also, but currently I have directly cloned the master branch. Submodule add. Okay, I don't need to use git clone and all. Directly only URL is enough. Okay, git submodule add and URL. So it will be added the submodule. So backend is added. If you check git status, right, so it will be created two folders. One is dot Git Submodule and the folder name source code. See, if we give ls-la, it will be added dot Git Submodule and the source code. So what you need to do, you just need to push these changes to the remote repository. So when you clone this repository, right, whatever the latest commit ID, it have that one backend. So those commit ID, it should be created the submodule. The latest changes, it will be picked. Suppose if you go to cd backend, cd backend, so whatever the files it should be have, those files it should be there backend done. So if you need to push this one, you just need to come out of this one. In the front end, you just need to git add, you just need to give star r, the two files it should be added. If you check git status, these two files it should be added. Now if you git commit, -m submodule backend project added, something you just need to mention the commit message. Now if you check git status, nothing to be committed. If you check git log hyphen one line -n, I need to see only top 5 commits, only 2 commits currently it have. Okay. Okay, these 2 commits I have. So if you push now, right, git push origin master, I'm pushing these changes to the master. So wherever you are need to push, currently I'm pushing from the front end, means like a main repository, not in the sub repository. So if you go to the repository in the SEM front end, it should be created with the latest commit ID, whatever it have the latest commit ID. So those commit ID, it should be pushed those files. See these files, it should be pushed like this. You need to add git sub module. Let me go to the front end. If you try to make some changes in the backend, right, cd backend, suppose if try to add the files 1.sh touch 2.sh files. So if you check now git status, these files I have added in the backend repository. If you try to make, if you switch back, if you go to back to the front end repository, if you check git status, it should be untracked content on the backend modified one. So what I need to do, I just need to make those commits git status. Now I need to add git add. Now I need to commit added files and files to the backend. So if you push these files, right, it is going to be in the backend repository, not in the submodule one. So if you try to push git push origin master, it is pushed to the backend one. Here it will come. Okay, it is not come under this one. Okay, front end this one, it is not updated. So if you do refresh this one, those 2 files, it should be updated here. Git push hyphen u origin. Yeah, see those files, it should be pushed here 1.sh 2.sh. If you refresh here, right, the latest commit ID, it should be 60, this one. Okay, in the, sorry, in the back end, the latest commit ID, it is 33A04D. Okay, the when you created the submodule, the commit ID should be this one. See if you go here, it is F23A, F23A. With this commit ID, submodule is created, but these changes are not there. So what you need to do, if you check git log, it have 2 commits. Okay, if you go back to the main repository front end one, git log, it have different commit IDs. Okay, git log different commit IDs, but the changes are not updated here. Okay, now what you need to do, you just need to update those repository. If you check git status, it will show you the backend that the new commits are available. Okay, you just need to add those commit IDs, git add or git push git add git commit -m updated as per the backend. If you push now, right, git push, automatically it should be the push it to the master branch. Now whatever the commit id f2, it will be changed. If you go inside also, the two files it should be added. If you refresh this one, just need to select branch, you need to select, so it should be added those files also. Repo front end, the the commit id also it should be updated as per this one. If you check git log -1 line -n, I need to see top 4 commits. the the latest commit it should be updated as per this one, and the commit id it should be synced with the backend and front end the changes. Okay, suppose if I updated if I added one file in the backend in the remote repository. Okay, directly if I add here, right, let me add one file 3.sh 3.sh file, created new file in remote scm. Whatever the created the new file, it should be available under remote only, it is not available in my local. Okay, so what I need to do, if you need to get these changes to the backend, right, you just need to go to inside this one. Otherwise what you need to do, git submodule update, not submodule update, you just need to go inside the backend one. Currently if you check the log, currently if you check, only two files are available, that whatever we created new file it is not available, right. So you just need to do git pull origin master, so it will pull the change to your local branch. Okay, now the latest commit id it should be created, like new file it is added, the 3.sh. You just need to go to back to the front end repository, cd front end, sorry, we are into front end now. Now if you check git status, the backend new commit is added. So same thing, you just need to add git add or git commit directly. I'm adding at a time. Updated 3 file, third file 3. Now git push, it is synced with this change. Okay, now if you see the backend, the file 3 is added, the commit id is 79c20. So if you refresh this one, right, the commit id updated with the latest file 79c23. So file 3 also added. Like this it should be added to the submodules. So if I need to delete the submodule, okay, so what we need to do, currently we have seen how to add the submodule. Now I need to remove the submodule. So what and all you need to delete, ls-la, you need to delete git submodule. If you open that git submodule, right, it have that url and the details of the submodule. See, if you see git submodule, the path is, the folder is backend, url is this one. So you just need to delete this one, and you need to delete this one. Along with, if you go to .git folder, there is a submodule. You cd into .git ls-la the module, it should be there. You just need to go to modules. So backend, this backend you just need to delete. So whatever it should be having the complete information it have here. So you just need to delete the modules rm hyphen rf backend. So I'm deleting this one. I'm come back to the front end. I need to delete dot git module rm hyphen rf dot git module. I need to delete rm rf backend. Now if you check the status, these files are deleted. Now I need to commit these changes. I'm adding and committing at a time. Remove the submodules. Okay. If you refresh now, the submodules it should be deleted. If you go to front end, the submodules it should be deleted. We didn't push, I guess. Okay. Now if you push right, git push origin master. So it should be deleted this one. Submodules, this submodule dot git submodule and folder both are deleted. See, both are deleted. If you check the right, this only two files it should be there under front end. Like this, we have to add the submodules and we have to delete the submodules. Suppose, let me add once again the submodule. Okay, so git clone. I need only this URL. Clear git submodule add. Now submodule added. So if you check these two files, it should be added, the folder and this one. Now if you need to do git status, git commit hyphen m added submodules. Now git push. So it should be having all the information in the remote, the Git submodule, everything. So this submodule is available. So what I need to do if someone is trying to clone this repository, okay. So let me switch to the another. Let me create new folder. Git bash git clone. If I trying to clone this front end one, right? So let's see what it will happen. It will be created dot empty subfolder. Let me go into the front end. If you see backend, these are the empty files. There is no files in the backend. Okay, that time what you need to do, you just need to initialize git submodule init. Now you just need to use git submodule update. So now whatever the files are updated, right, it is added to the submodule. So you just need to update these two commands. If you go back to the front end, now whatever the files are available, those files it should be updated. You just need to use this command when you clone, right, with the submodule project. The initially the repository 2, it should be empty. You just need to update this commit this command git submodule update hyphen hyphen init. If you do, or if you do inside that one another project also, report to also, it will be worked fine. So like this you just need to do use this git submodule one. So submodule is like if you have some dependency on other project, you just need to add those project details to the your current repository. So if you have any dependency on repo 2, okay, this is repo 1. If you have any dependencies on repo 2, you just need to add those those repository details to the here the repo 1. Okay, you just need to add the submodules, or you can delete the submodules. And when you clone that initially, you just need to use git submodule init and update. That's all about in this session. Thanks for watching. Bye.